Get my own messages up. Okay, we're good now. Hi, Eric. How are you? Vince. Did Google change moderator color from blue to white bold in live feeds?
Makanding ako.
Kandi ka naman talaga. Hindi ka na nagbabitamins.
Vitamins na ako. Na yun.
Love you.
Ano na gamit ko?
Okay, so the fact is, YouTube updated the moderator and staff UI text colors to white with a bold font. The change ensures maximum readability and high contrast, making it easier to distinguish these badges from regular text when viewing threads in darker environments. Ah, that's what happened. Hello, guys. That's why you're bold white now instead of blue. YouTube changed the status. I wanted to know what was going on with that. And I asked Google about going live. It comes up as top messages. Every time I select all messages, I lose the chat. 100% gone. I've got to reboot my phone. So that's what I did tonight. I came in, I rebooted the phone, and then I came up and turned to all messages. So that's what you got to do. Kind of screwed up. Once you update YouTube, it changes. Okay, well, that's what it is. So now all your mods are white, bold white instead of blue. Go figure. I mean, if you want to be green, we can do that too. Because I don't have any issues right now with moderators screwing with the channel. So nobody who's green can take off the status. That's good. Hello, John Drake. How are you? John Drake, 8 months, level 1. Thank you, John. You guys are awesome. You guys, such an awesome audience I have here. The font got bigger. Yeah, I can read it now. I can stand back. I don't have my glasses on. I can stand back and read it now. Possibly when I'm in my truck and it's, a little ways away from me, I'll be able to see. I can see Stone Cold. Okay, I can see you guys. John Drake in the chat. So when I have my glasses on, certainly I'll be able to see exactly who came in. And now that the chat color even changed a little bit, it stands out more so I can actually read it. It's not that gray, it's more white. So that's cool. That's good they changed it. In a way, I am going to miss the blue jacket too, but hello, John. Anyway, we didn't go fishing tonight. On my TV, mods are still blue, Mike, but not on my phone. Probably because you haven't updated the app on your TV yet. Because it asks me, it says, what platform or app you're currently using. Chrome, Google Search, Google Docs. Okay. Dark mode font colors all display as white now. Okay. I'll look into it, see if there's a possibility of changing the colors, but I don't know if there is or not. They kind of control every damn thing you do anymore. Go figure. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? On my TV, mods are still blue, but not on my phone. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Bakers Without Borders. Hello, hello, Frank and Angel. How are you guys doing? Stone Cold says, green is now just the star symbol. Mods still have shields. Yeah, I see the blue shield there. I see that, and I see the stars. Those of you who are members, I have a star next to your name as well. So, yeah. And Eric says, hi, Taco and Stone. Eric's a moderator. I was looking to see Eric's already a moderator. Okay, good. LRE Op Dude, it is blue on the PC. Yeah, that's what they just said. PC and TV are blue, but on the cell phone, it's bold white. That's good. It's okay. How's everybody doing tonight? Anyway, John, you doing a lot more fishing, or LRE said, I don't like the white. Kyle's good. All right. Daniel Brown, hello. Good morning, New
Papa.
Zealand. Welcome to you.
Papa.
Good, my friend. All right.
Papa, like blue amazing.
Blue is amazing, huh? I like blue. Anyway, that's my favorite color is blue. So I'll just run down what happened today, what's going on.
Papa,
Kind of kept us a little bit busy today, and I did
Papa.
go live a couple times, but
Papa.
just had too
Papa.
much running up and down
Papa,
to do. I just said, this ain't.
what?
It's not good to try to be on a live feed when I'm running back and forth these guys every 2 minutes. What?
This out.
Yeah, you get a rag and you wipe that up, son. You made a mess, huh? So, no boat today, yummers. Tomorrow. I think my father-in-law said tomorrow the weather will be better, and then we'll plan on going fishing tomorrow. Tonight, all the way up until like 4:30, it was sprinkling outside. A little bit of sprinkle this afternoon. So we just said, forget it, you know. All right, Daniel's good. So what happened this morning, I was planning to put some seeds in my buckets and start getting plants planted. And right away, the worker came up and told me there's a problem with the chariot. Early this morning, about 7:30, he came up and said there's a problem with the chariot. So I went down to check it, and it was seized. The chariot engine, the Kickstarter, wouldn't move. So I called my mechanic, who luckily was free today. So he showed up around, I think around noonish. He showed up around noon or 1 o'clock. And he went to work on it. He took it apart, and we determined what he found was when he opened up the side where the clutch discs are on the engine, he found that the clutch housing, there's a housing, and it has little fingers sticking out about 3/4 of an inch long. 2 little fingers that stick out, and then it comes over here. It's got 2 more fingers sticking out around, all the way around the housing. And that is where what, son?
My phone.
It's in there plugged in already, son. Charging. So the fingers that stick out are where the clutch disc plate tab sits in. Okay? So what happened is something this morning caused about 6 of those tabs to break off. They were broken off. They were like this long, just laying there in the clutch housing area. And so it locked up the crank. You couldn't turn it at all. So we removed those parts, took the crown wrench, removed everything, pulled out the clutch housing. Luckily, I still had the old housing here, the old motor here, the 175cc engine I had pulled out of there, that the lower end was good on. So I kept it. It was a whole lower end of that 175cc engine that came with the Russi Chariot when I bought it was still good in a plastic bag down here in that house we're building. So I grabbed that, pulled it out. He opened it up, took the clutch housing out, and we used that clutch housing, which is an OEM clutch housing. That other one looked like a piece of cheap aftermarket crap, probably made in China, no doubt. I don't know where Russi parts are made. I think they're made in China. But they use really garbage metal on it, okay? The OEM one that came with the Russi Chariot 4 years ago was a better quality. So we took that clutch housing and replaced it and took the clutch discs that were the best of the 6 that we needed from both engines and put those 6 together, cleaned them all up, and put all the parts back together, put fresh oil in it, and boom, started it up running great. So then the other thing we did is he tried to hook the battery up, but the ignition switch is broken. So when you turn the ignition switch on, the electric starter is not working. It's not sending power through to the electric starter. So what I'm going to do now is I ordered a new switch. We're going to replace the key switch and the gas tank cover, which is a key tank cover. It all matches. So we'll replace all those parts. I ordered the clutch arm and the brake arm, also new. Levers, so that I've ordered new lever assemblies so I can change those out. They're both bad. You know, the bolt's missing on one of them and just a piece of crap. So I ordered 2 new ones of those. I ordered a new headlight. We got the other lights fixed. I have a white, yellow, red light, LED light that's on the front. We put on the front so we can see at night much brighter. Well, then the headlight quit working. So I ordered a new headlight to replace the old one. So that'll be coming in a few days. We'll get that Chariot back running again. That is our workhorse. That is the Rusi Chariot that anybody wants to buy a workhorse. It beats a tuk-tuk hands down. Okay, this is one good vehicle. I've had mine, 4 years? Second engine, third set of clutch discs, couple sets of brakes, couple sets of tires. But that thing, we use that all the time. That is a lifeline for us. And for it to go down today, right when they're hauling sand to load up sand for the house build that we're doing, he went down today to get sand. He had all his bags in the back of the Rusi Chariot. He went to get the sand, boom, couldn't start it. So we ended up borrowing a sidecar. And Tonton and Nonong today, they were down there getting sand, getting ready for tomorrow. We're going to continue on with the tie beam across the one side that's not done yet. Everything else is done. We'll continue the one side, finish that up, and then we'll start. We got the hollow block going up already. We'll start putting the steel trusses in before long here. We'll start welding all that up, getting all the steel trusses in and welded. So we got a lot of welding work to do. It's been pee and rain on us all day. We had heavy, heavy thunderstorms this morning to the point where they canceled, the elementary school canceled school today. So Ella and MJ, Ella went to school but came back home. MJ didn't even go. And Micah went to school. The high school was still in session. Micah said she only had 10 students in class. Nobody else showed up. And the weather was really bad. And then it drizzling all day, just overcast. Got a little bit of sun, enough to get my battery up to 100% charge today on my solar. So that was a blessing. We got plenty of power there, and they're running the aircon right now, getting the room cooled down. So when I get in there to go to bed, it'll be nice and cold. That'll be nice. Anyways, while Charm and I were considering options of the Chariot, we were looking also at the multi-cab 4x4. There's a multi-cab 4x4 over in Kauaian, the other end of the island, that's for sale for $120,000. Said negotiable upon viewing. Now, I don't quite get that one. I asked Charm, I said, why don't you just ask him straight up, what is your last and final price? Yeah, I don't want to come there, drive all the way to Kauai and then negotiate for some price that's already going to be out of my price range. Give me your last and final price now. It'll determine whether I want to drive all the way to Kauai. It's a 3-hour drive one way from where I live. And it's rainy and nasty. And a 3-hour drive back, well, someone's got to drive the multi-cab back, which means basically I can't take my truck. I have to go with somebody on a motorcycle. We ride a bike there. Then I jump in the multi-cab and I drive it back because I'm the only one who knows how to drive a 4-wheel vehicle. And I drive it back and the person rides the motorbike back, if we bought it. So I was looking at that option. Then we fixed the Chariot, so that option went out the window because I'm really tired of buying other people's junk. And multi-cab, although they were initially made, these were made in Japan, when they hit the Philippines, they just started throwing parts together to make these multi-cabs for sale from surplus parts is what they were doing, making little 4x4 vans and make little 4x4 trucks and all kinds of stuff from the trucks and stuff that had come over, and the chassis and engines from Japan. So you don't know what you're really getting. It's not a brand new vehicle. And this one was advertised as a 2021. So I don't know, some of you may know the other guy in our, one of our YouTube friends bought a multi-cab recently and turned out to be a big piece of crap, So maybe he's got it fixed now and he likes it, but multi-cabs typically are not good vehicles. They're not the best thing to buy. And when I looked at the width of it and the load capacity, my Rusi Chariot is smaller but has as much load capacity. I can carry 800 kilos. Multiply that by 2.2. You're talking 1,700 pounds of weight on a Rusi Chariot. And it only flinches on steep hills. You put it in low gear and drive right up them. First, second, and third gear, going up steep hills with a heavy load in the back. You can get 40 sacks of cement back there, or 20 sacks of cement rather, 40 kilos each. That's 800 kilos. and you can pretty much drive them wherever you want. And we used to drive that Chariot back and forth to Balud, all the way to Balud Tonga to get mineral water. I mean, this has been one hell of a workhorse, guys, let me tell you. It has saved Charm and I a lot in fuel costs, and back when we bought it, we didn't even have a vehicle. We had no truck, and we didn't have our Nissan Terrano either. So the Rusi Chariot's been our lifeline to get us in and out of the village here because it fits on a sidewalk. And as you guys know, our bridges and stuff around here are the width of a sidewalk, no more than 2 meters wide. So, and the new bridge they're putting in San Antonio, the swinging bridge, it's going to go in with the Kauaian bridge we walk across now. You can't take the Chariot there anyway. You can put it on the new swinging bridge. It's going to be big enough, wide enough, and will hold the capacity of the Chariot. But it won't hold a multi-cab vehicle. It's too wide. So I said, you know what? I think we'll stick with the Chariot. And then Charm told me, I said, Charm, this vehicle is 4 years old already. She says, well, maybe we can buy a new one when it's 5 years old. I said, okay. So I'm going to look at the paperwork because I think it's bordering on being 5 already. We'll buy a new Chariot, a Rusi Chariot. Yeah. Hey, Tasby, how are you? Papa Mike, Japan brand is good, right? Yes, they're generally pretty good. Hi, Ruby, how are you? Multi-cab sound like the way I cook. All right, Eric's doing good. All right. Jeffrey says, where are you from? Well, it wasn't for your last name, kind of funky that you're in our chat and you're dead already, but I'm from California. I'm from the USA. Mechanic said to me, cars are just nuts and bolts waiting to break down. That's true. Bad batch of plutonium. If the engine light comes on your first decent drive, overheats, flat battery, due diligence. Yeah. I would hope that on a 3-hour drive back home, that multi-cab wouldn't overheat on me when I left the guy's house, because what I'd probably do is ask the guy, hey, I need to take this on a drive. I don't buy nothing like this unless I drive it. Now you can come with me or you can stay at home, but either way, here's my keys to my truck. I'll be back. You know, I'm going to go drive your car because I don't take anyone's word for there are no issues. That's what he told us told Charm today. Oh, Mom, no issues. The aircon works, there's no issues. So a 5-year-old vehicle with no issues. Multi-cab. All right. Well, maybe we'll go check it out. But in a way, I really don't need it. I have no need for it. I've got my pickup here. It's a diesel. It gets pretty good mileage. I've got my Nissan Terrano 4x4. I've got my Rusi Chariot. I've got 2 quads, 4 motorcycles. I don't really need another freaking vehicle. So I think we might just pass on that. My current status report, dizzy from spinning my chair. Oh, you're going in circles, huh? Beautiful. So yeah, I'm really not really into the multi-cab thing, or I'd probably have jumped on it and tried to talk him down to about 80 or 90K, you know, to see if I can get it for that. But I'm not really into those. And the paint job on it looks like he put it on with a spray can of white paint. Looks like he's touched up the paint with spray can. It doesn't look factory for some reason. It looks almost like flat white paint or something. I don't know. Not really. It didn't really give me a good gut feeling. I wanted to go all the way 3 hours to buy this thing from this guy. I mean, if I didn't have a vehicle, probably would have jumped on it, but not on a rainy day like today. Hell with that. Anyway, I'm going to put Jeff Babbs. I didn't know his birthday was August 15. He invited me to come to his house August 15. So I'm put that on my calendar. I think Charm and I will drive to Katagon August 15. I don't even know what day of the week it is. I need to look that up, see if it's a school weekday or not. Because he's supposed to come over here on my birthday on the 22nd of August. Oh, August 15, that's our fiesta. I'm going to have to tell him to come over here. We'll celebrate his birthday over here. That'd be much better. Why do people sell a perfectly good vehicle with no problems? There's a reason why people sell their vehicle. 100%. If you got no issues, why are you selling it? You know. How do you stay healthy, Mike, in the Philippines? Eat good, work hard. Even though I got a little tummy on me, I still work hard. So eat good, work hard, get your rest when you need it, You know, take your afternoon naps. You'll stay healthy. You'll be okay. It's true, Red Taco, but sometimes it depends. Some people just badly need funds. That's true too. A lot of people will sell when they need money here. They need to have medical bills come up and other things happen, so they'll unload whatever they can. Like some of these lots that I picked up here, we buy them when people are hurting for money and they lower the price down. You know, they need the money really bad. They know we have the cash to do it. And they'll come up like the lot we bought over here where the PK is staying in the captain's cabin. That's 3,395 square meter lot with 21 meters of beachfront. And we only paid 150,000 pesos for it. The lot we're living on right now, almost 5,000 square meters. Charm gave 67,000 for this lot when she bought it back in 2011. Other lots we bought has been because people needed money, you know. We got scammed over down here at the other end of the village. The guy sold us 600, it was 600 square meters for 60,000 pesos. And come to find out, we finally went to DAR, Department of Agrarian Reform. Another guy is at DAR, we met him there, and says, that land he sold you is my land. And so basically, we didn't own any land there. It wasn't his to sell us. And he has no money to pay my 60,000 back. So, never mind. Just never mind. That lot's gone. And then the guy next door to that just came to me 2 days ago. Oh, sir, you want to buy my lot? I said, how big is it? He says, it's 24 by 16, 24 meters of beach by 16 meters deep. So it's 384 square meters. He says, yes, sir, 200,000. I go, I bought the lot right next to you for 60,000, 600 square meters. Why are you trying to give me your lot here for triple the cost for half the lot size? And he's talking to Charm, and Charm asked him, what's your final price? You know, and as the guy's going away, I'm walking out there with him. And he says, I'll give it to you 120,000. I said, let me think about it. Because I know that lot has issues with papers. It's only sold to this family with a receipt from the owner through the barangay. There's never been a title for it. There's never been anything, no tax declaration. I don't think anybody's paid tax on it in 30 years. And this guy's wanting me to buy this lot from him with a receipt from the barangay, which they may or may not even have today. It may be in the book, in the blotter, the barangay has from 30 years ago when his family bought it, you know, whenever they bought it, whenever, you know. But I told Charm, I said, you know, Charm, it doesn't really matter. In this case, because you already know that they bought the lot, it's already documented in the barangay that they bought it. You can buy it, have it documented in the barangay. We'll never own it. It'll always be like tax declared land. It'll never be anything you really own, but that'll give you 24 meters of beachfront. You can build a little house there. Nobody's going to say nothing. They know you bought it. Nobody will say anything to you. You build a house there, you make it livable, and somebody can rent it from you. You can make money off of it. It's just a small little place. That's all you need, a little one-bedroom house, you know? Maybe you can rent it out, Airbnb it for 1,000 a night, you know, right on the beach. So 1,000 pesos a night, if somebody wants to rent it for 2 weeks, there's 14 grand right there, you know? So I'm looking at it from a business standpoint. She was looking at it like from an owner standpoint. I'm thinking, you don't even really need to own it. Everybody knows you own it, so just buy it. Anyway, hello Matthew, how are you? Charles, hello Charles from Seychelles. How are you doing, Charles? Wow, you're from far away? We're over here in the Philippines. Thank you for coming in. Tasby says, does Airbnb work in your village, Mike? I don't know. I've never tried to rent anything Airbnb. People use Airbnb in the Philippines, but I probably wouldn't even go that route. I would just, if people want to come in here in my channel and says, hey, I want to come over and visit for 2 weeks. You got a place where I can stay? I'd say, sure, I got a place over here, right on the beach. You know? Hey, brother Scooby-Doo, are you out with Ray tonight? Charles says, in the Indian Ocean, yes. You're far away from us. Over here in the Philippines. Hey, Scuba. So, anyways, I hope you're doing well. You and Lenny, I know you're over there in Tagaytay area and enjoying life up there in the mountains, the cool breezes in the mountains. Maybe you're even getting some rain over there, huh? We sure got it today, I'll tell you. It just all day cloudy and nasty. Very nasty weather today. That's why we opted not to go fishing. We don't want to get out there and get rained on again. And last night, evening, after I finished my live feed, right as I was on my live feed, thunderstorm crashing down on us, lasted until probably about midnight. And then this morning we woke up to heavy rain. I said, damn, it's raining hard this morning. We got up, they canceled the elementary school. Papa Mike said, my doctor told me jogging could add years to my life. I think he was right. I feel 10 years older already. Yeah, beautiful soul. I wouldn't always listen to doctors about jogging or running or doing anything that jars your body around. But what I would recommend to you is walking, because jogging and running is probably terrible for you. Charles says, I want to visit there soon after my surgery. Maybe I will visit Masbate. Lots of Filipino OFWs here working. Yeah, they're about everywhere in the world, aren't they? But Masbate is a beautiful island. It really is, guys. And I used to keep it a secret. I used to not even talk about Masbate much, because Masbate is it's a hidden gem. And a lot of people, a lot of foreigners really don't know about Masbate. They don't see much advertising on it. There's a little bit from some of the resorts here trying to advertise. The tourism, Department of Tourism is trying to promote it, Masbate, a little bit more now. But Masbate in itself, it's so diverse here. It's unbelievable. Cattle, rice, fishing, farming, gardening. It's all going on here. We're the only island with a rodeo. I mean, beautiful people, hardworking people, provincial people, honest provincial people, you know, beautiful ladies, beautiful guys. Everyone is so nice and sweet around here. I mean, everybody's so friendly. Everybody wants to know where you're going. You walk down the sidewalk, "Kumusta? Where are you going?" Everybody, "How are you headed to? Where are you going?" I would suggest a rebounder for exercise. It's one of those trampolines for inside your house. Nice. That sounds good. Consword says, try to surf one of the bulls. We're going to be buying some bulls pretty soon here. We're planning on having cows. We're going to start raising cows a little bit. But I'm going to kill my goat first, okay? Because I looked out here. I told my brother-in-law, and I told Ella, that we needed to tie the little baby goat up, because the little sucker is not a baby anymore. And she's up here eating the leaves on my avocado seedling trees that are only about 4 feet tall. So I went out there today and looked. This morning my trees are fine. This afternoon, 8 of my trees weren't just all the leaves eaten off of it. The stem on the trunk was broke on them too. So you little girl, I better see a rope on that frickin' baby goat, or the baby goat is going to be dead. If we can't rope it and tie it, he's dead. I don't want him eating any more of my plants. Okay? He ruined 8 of my trees today. It took a year to grow them. Got it? I'm pretty pissed off. That's a beautiful sunset. Very nice. You know I don't like rainbow colors, but...
This is not rainbow.
Yeah, okay. Skydiving is really good for getting fresh air. That's another good exercise, huh? Skydiving. That's thrilling, I'm sure. I've never done it. I have researched about it. There's another Aussie vlogger I follow, but he has vanished, missing in action lately. I live there, as it looks like here a lot. Yeah, Charles, there's an Aussie vlogger over here. He's married, the one that I know is married to a lady named Beth Arroyo. And he lives in Balud, in the town of Balud. And then there's, where's he? I think the other guy is either from Australia or England one. I know probably, 10 foreigners who live on Masbate Island that I've met at one time or another, about 10. Okay, I met some people that are just passing through. In fact, I met a guy from Vegas. His name was Scott. He was at the Raffaella Resort the other day when I was live. I put him on my live feed even. I was live at Rafaela Resort, and I was saying hi to him there. His name was Scott. His wife and he are planning a retirement here, building a retirement home on Masbate also. There's another foreigner down at Kalumpang down here. I met he and his wife. And then there's another one on the other end of Balud. There's a few Germans, a few Australians, a couple American guys like myself. Not too many. Robert down the way, he's leaving in September, going back to work in Alaska. PK is down here in the captain's cabin. But that's in my village. There's Danilo, the husband of my sister-in-law, Cheresi, Charm's sister. He's from the U.S. and he's Filipino. He's a U.S. citizen and Filipino citizen, and now they're living here. Chen, my sister-in-law, Cheresi, is living here in the greenhouse right behind my house here. You see all the time when we go up the driveway, that greenhouse is her house with him. And then Charm's sister, Charo, will be here in December. You'll get to meet her all. You get to meet her in December. Her and her husband, their 2 kids will be here. They're coming from Florida. In fact, they were asking me, Matthew, what was the name of the town that your house is in? I forgot what you told me. I don't think it's in Jacksonville, but I forgot what you said. But anyway, they were asking me today, what was the name of the town your home is being built in? And I couldn't answer them. So, all right, Neon pissed someone off. Yep. Mike wants a bigger one so everyone can join. I have a 10-footer here, beautiful soul. I have a 10-foot trampoline in the backyard. And I also have a treadmill right here. That's the end of it right there, the treadmill. Sitting in the hallway there. You can walk on that or run on that or do whatever you want. You can bounce up and down on it if you want. Amateur bull riding has been dying in the U.S. since 2016. Penn's been closing down and going private. Wow. Well, over here, we have rodeo every year. And everybody goes, except me. I went 1 year. I haven't been back since. But I am going to start going to the rodeos more because they do have that thing where they release a bunch of cows. I'm getting old for this crap, though. But maybe when Matthew gets here and he's here during a rodeo, put him out there because they put a bunch of cows on the ground, let them run. And if you can grab them and wrestle them down and tie them, they're your cow. Easy way to get a free cow, huh? Get the hell beat out of you trying to put one on the ground. You know, these are Brahmas. So anyways, that's one way to get a free cow. Let me find a drink here, guys. My mouth is even going dry. I haven't had a cold one for a little while. So give me a second. Well, it's not exactly so cold either, but I'll give it a shot. It's not so good, hot. I hear my lovely wife in here singing. All right. Well, rodeo is strong every year. Around April 9 is when the rodeo starts every year on Masbate Island. Somewhere around April 9 out to about the 16th or 18th, like that. It goes about a week, a full week. I think then the finals, it starts and then they go almost a full week and then they have all the finals for one day, the last day.
Papa,
What?
tomorrow Mama buying me surfing board.
Oh, surfboard? Wow, okay.
I'm going like this.
Garrick says, damn goats, my daughters had to move.
Papa, Ronnie teach me to go to a surfing board.
We'll see, son, when you get one, okay? But for
Papa,
now I'm on my live feed. You go to bed.
Yes, sir.
You have school tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, son. Go, damn goats, my daughter had to move to her boyfriend's house, eating all the veggies and rose bushes. They ate everything. They devastated 8 of my trees today. I'm pissed. They did a crap job on that one goat. I tell you, I'm ready to string it up. Just kill it. Let's eat it. Let's be done with this goat crap. I'm tired of this. Goat poop everywhere now. Goat poop little pellets all over the frickin' place. The goats are doing nothing to me. You know, they're nothing for me. I'm not able to use them properly. They cleaned some of the lot. but not much. Right now, what I got going on also is I got a guy over here that's cutting trees down, and he's not using chainsaw. He's cutting the trees with bolo, and he's going to cut them all up, and he's going to make uling. He's putting together a huge uling pit, charcoal pit, and he's going to make a bunch of uling, and then I'm going to buy a bunch of uling from him for 120 a bag, and I'll probably just buy all he makes and make him some money, because this is the same guy that Matthew is sponsoring his 4 children. The guy, that's his only income, to make uling. It takes 3 days to make uling, right? But first you got to spend 2 or 3 days gathering all the wood and chopping it up and fitting it in your uling properly in your pit so you can make uling. So he's making the uling pit right here in my backyard. I'll put a little video of that together tomorrow. And then they're gathering wood up. I gave them a bunch of wood today and logs and stuff. I said, hey, take all this stuff out of here. I need to clean my yard up. So we're cutting down. You can't make uling out of coconut, but I have a lot more hardwood trees and stuff I've already cut down. I told them, leave the sliced wood and take everything else. And if there's any trees you cut that have wood that I can slice and keep, 2x2 and 2x3s out of it, then I want that. And you can take the branches and everything and use it for your uling. So hopefully he leaves me with a little more, something that he takes, you know. I do need wood for projects that we do. And hell, maybe I need some wood to build myself a rocking chair for when I get a little older. Hey, Scuba, you visiting Ray? I saw his live last night. Yes, Scuba's visiting Ray. He's over there in Tagaytay right now, John. Do you get a big hit from typhoons there? Sometimes, Charles, we get, I think last year we probably had 3 to 5 that passed nearby. No serious damage last year. I think the category 3 was the strongest we saw. And it took half my jackfruit tree off. It took down one of my apple trees. It knocked down probably 6 or 7 trees right across my walkway and my driveway and stuff, and I had to clean all those up. They say you can't own a chainsaw here without a permit, and then if you're permitted, you got to get special permission to use your chainsaw. You got to have a permit to buy a chainsaw, for Christ's sake. What the hell is all this about? What happened to being free in the Philippines, huh? So anyway, what they're trying to do is they're trying to stem the illegal logging that's happening in the Philippines. Illegal logging is not clearing trees or brush or cutting up trees that fell due to a typhoon or anything like that. That's not illegal logging. Cleaning your lot up. Basically, what I want to do is I'm trying to cut down some of the huge trees I have that are 50, 60 feet tall, that are totally gnarly and useless for wood. Let's get them down, get them out of the way. Let me put fruit trees in. Dwarf coconut, banana, avocado, calamansi, lemon. I have a bunch of variety of trees I want to grow that can make me a lot of money. I can't make money on a gnarly old hardwood tree, or a Gemelina tree they pretty much only use for boat wood, You can't really make much money on any other trees. So fruit trees are the way to grow to make money. And I do like Charles' idea. Charles Bellis over in Leyte is making vanilla. He's growing plants to produce vanilla, which should be a pretty lucrative crop for him. Vanilla is widely used worldwide. So probably what I would do is I'd process it into vanilla paste, because you get more money for vanilla paste than you do for liquid concentrated vanilla. But anyway, he's got it going on over there with vanilla trees. So I applaud him for that. I'm moving more in lines with avocado. This is the way I want to go. I want to go avocado. Okay, be nice to PK. Yeah, everybody be nice to PK. Why wouldn't you be? Mariana, Florida. Okay, let me screenshot that. Got it. Ideals, how are you? Welcome. Not out fishing tonight, guys. Yeah, Tasby, in fact, he had one on today. He came up to get mineral water from me. And he was wearing a reddish, whatever, gray, red, whatever color it was. I don't pay a lot of attention to what people wear. over here, but it did catch my eye today that he was back in his dress again. Matthew says it's about 15 miles south towards Panama City in Compass Lake Hills. Okay. She's over, I think she's between Lauderdale and Miami is the area she's in. I forgot. Westlake? She's in Westlake. You know where Westlake is? That's where she's at, I believe. Westlake. We're not talking about PK anymore. He wants his privacy. Yeah, let's not talk about him. Yeah, Matthew, you're big enough. You could wrestle a cow down and tie your rope around his ass, sit on top of him. We have to practice, though. We have to get a few cows here, and we're going to need to practice. So you get really good at it. So you get out there and you just kick everybody's ass. A lot of the guys out there that do it, and you could get in because they wouldn't think of you as a foreigner being able to do it. But if you're here practicing and you do it, and then you go in there and do it, just kick everyone's ass with it. I'd take 2 ropes. I'd bet on you to down 2 of them. I'm too old for that crap. I'm too old. He has shorts now. Okay, good. Yeah, he has shorts. He bought them while he was living here with me because everybody told him he probably should have shorts, But I always walk every day. The only time I run is when I see a dog that I feel like who's going to run after me. Yep. I've been walking a lot today, guys. You guys know I live up on a hill, right? And when I have a problem, like the Chariot has a problem down here, the bottom of the hill. So the guy says, "Oh, can I borrow your socket set?" Sure. I go up, get the socket set. I get back down. "Oh, sir, I need the Allen wrench set." Okay. Anything else? "Oh, no, it's okay." "Hi, Kyle. Thank you. Thank you for the gift, Kyle. Thank you." So I go get the Allen wrench set for him, come back up. Then he wants vice grips, pliers. I come get a pair of pliers and a pair of vice grips for him. And then he says, I need to go home because I don't have the crown wrench to take off the bolt for the clutch housing. I said, "Don't worry, I got a crown wrench." So I walk back up here, got a crown wrench. "Thank you, Kyle, for the golden coin. Thank you." So I walk back up the hill again, got him that. While I was up here, I got the cold beer, but this one's hot. You see, no moisture on the bottle at all. It's in the cooler, but Chom didn't turn the cooler on today because of the inclement weather. She didn't want to run the battery down. She wanted to charge the batteries. So says 20-foot square trampoline, 65-foot in-ground pool, 4 treadmill, 3 ellipticals, 1 bench press, 5 cable machines, 11 bedroom, upstairs, basement, gun vault, 184-acre cattle and chicken barn. Well, sounds like you got it made, so you got quite a workout area, don't you? I like that. Does your in-ground pool use ionization, ozonation, or are you using chlorine? I have to ask that because my business is selling ionization, ozonation, pH pures. You don't have to use acid in your pool anymore. I have a number of electronic equipment. It's all made in the United States of America. But if you want to buy it and get a discount price, you go through me because I am a wholesaler. I can hook you up. Even have it delivered straight to your door in the USA. Oops, maybe you're not in the USA. Where are you from, Soap Vibes? You didn't mention where you're from. I'm assuming probably the USA, possibly Australia, with that kind of acreage. It's very nice. Texas, maybe? You got a lot of stuff, just saying. Yeah. Go to No Beautiful Soul. I'll bring a golden retriever to our first coffee then. Tasby, are you trying to date Beautiful Soul on my channel again? Yeah, live and let live is a mission statement. That's right. Let's all have fun. Live and let fish, not so much. Yeah, I don't like the guys who like to encroach upon the fishing grounds with their illegal boats. They piss me off. Jimmy John, hello. So everyone's a mod that's bright white, guys. They change the colors, just so you know. So everybody's a moderator. All right, everybody say hello to each other. Mike, buy me a coffee to feed jobless people in your village. All right, Tasby, that's awesome. There are a lot of jobless people in this place. There are a whole lot. Send a lot. We'll take care of them. However you designate it, put it in your buy me a coffee note. However you designate it, that's the way it'll go. Guarantee you. Yeah, Ray was live. Ray and was live with Scuba Doo there. And today, Ray, Lynn, Scuba Doo, Lenny, and Michael C. We're all going to be meeting up tonight to have dinner together. So Scuba's on here, but I don't know if he's with them or he just popped in for a minute. They're probably just having a great time. We won't bother him too much. Don't buy multi-cam mic, Suzuki, they're garbage. Yep, that's kind of what I already knew, John. Thank you. Yep. Jeff, I never heard about chainsaw regs before. Thought you technically need permits to cut trees. You need permits to own a chainsaw. You need one to buy one and own it, and you got to have a damn good reason. And then now to cut, DNR always required permits to cut trees, but nobody here honors the permit to cut trees because there's no real DNR rep hanging out in our village anywhere. You know, there's no DNR coming around here. And so everybody does what they need to do. So if a tree is down in my yard, I'll just blame it on a typhoon or a strong wind and say, look, the tree fell, I cut it up. What can they say, you know? And we got enough trees that fall around here during the typhoons that we really don't even need to worry about it. Just wait for a typhoon to come through. You know, 5 or 6 trees fall down, then you chop them up. But in the case of what we're doing right now, we're trying to clear the lot more to allow sunshine to come in so we can grow avocado trees and calamansi and lemon that require a certain amount of sunshine to grow and produce fruit. So that's what we're doing right now. On my immediate lot here. We have other lots we can grow on, but for now on this lot, we're focusing on this lot until we can find a way that we can fully contain the other lots to keep people off of them from going on and stealing our fruit and things like that. Maybe CCTV system, whatever I need to do, motion detectors with alarms and CCTV so that I can control who's coming on and off my lot, scare people off. Because people around here, they do like to take your mangoes and your jackfruit and your cassoy, you know, your cashews. They love to take your fruits, especially the kids. They feel like any fruit anywhere on anybody's property is fair game for the kids. They can go there because they're hungry and eat. Nobody's going to say nothing. I yell at them all the time. Matthew says, who is it? Who is what, Matthew? Jeff Baz is your boat crew? No. It's my boat crew's not doing the work here. I have other people here that... Matthew, the guy who's doing the work here, is the father and mother of the 4 children down at the end of the village that you're sponsoring. Has 4 high schoolers and then 1 elementary school child. We're not doing the elementary school. You're not sponsoring her because it's really unnecessary. They have a feeding every day. Those kids, we support them a lot, the elementary school. They're well taken care of. It's the high schoolers that have no way of being taken care of, that now we've just deciding to start helping some of the high schoolers. And we have the high school now who's really bugging Charm and I to donate to the high school. So anyway, we'll see what we can do. All right, there were lots of vanilla here before. Now only tourists taking over all the
I need to tell
business.
you something about the window at school.
About what?
About the window at school.
Which window? Who broke the window?
A piece.
Who broke the window?
I don't know.
Did the piece fall out? One of the window panes? Okay, because they're all individual window panes. Was it broken?
Uh-huh.
And?
In half, like sideways.
It broke in half?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It almost hit me.
Okay, can we put it back in and silicone it back in? The 2 pieces?
I think
You're
it's
talking a front window, right?
what
Front window?
At the side next to the
The front. The front of the school towards the water? Or the back side?
back side.
The back window? Those are our old windows. We took out of the kitchen here. The big window we took out of the kitchen, gave to them? One of the
That's
panes is
already on?
broken. It opens like this. 1 pane broken.
It's like
Okay, I'll take a look.
that.
I can put the pieces back and caulk them in, right?
It's like sideways.
Only cut in half. Okay, no problem. I'll silicone it
But
back.
it's like there's missing pieces.
Oh, okay, I'll take a
Like
measurement and I'll
little
buy a new
missing
paint. Don't worry, next time I go to Masbate. I'll get the measurement. All right.
I
Lots of vanilla
just
here
found out.
before. Now only tourists taking over all the business. It's too expensive here to live now. That's why I want to move to the Philippines. Yeah, it's really reasonable to live here. So, in fact, I made a post on Facebook yesterday up on Patriot Conservative and Pinoy is living in the Philippines. I'm a moderator in that group. And I made a post for them because I said the post was dealing with the cost of living in the Philippines and why people come over here to live in the Philippines. Is it because it's cheaper to live, or could you afford to live in your country? You know, is that why you moved to the Philippines? Because you could not afford to live in your country. I think is how I put it. And I got a lot of response on that. Boy, I had a lot of conversations going on with people back and forth all day long yesterday and today. So it was a pretty popular post. So anyway, Guppy Fever said, hi, thank you. Beautiful soul, Mike. I'll make chicken macaroni salad. I'll try the pickles you recommend the other night and add pineapple tidbits. Well, that sounds good. Sounds really good. Add apple too. Add chopped up small piece of apple. You chop up and put in there also. That's delicious. You're going to love that. Got a great payday. That Becca tip. Yes, Jeff. I'm trying to figure what you're talking about. Rebecca gave us a really nice super chat the other night, and we donated the Fisher folk, my father and boy, each got $21 of the $60 super chat. And YouTube, they take their 30%, so there's not much left for the channel for the elementary school, but they got their money. Yes, that was wonderful. You guys continue helping the fishermen. I really appreciate that because, you know, those guys are really working hard for basically nothing. You know, 10 kilos, 12 kilos. For example, we sold 12 kilos the other night at 100 per kilo. That's 1,200 pesos. And then I don't know what kind of deal Charm's got with their dad. Maybe he gets all the money. I don't know. And then he pays Boy out of it, a percentage. So I don't know what their percentages are. It used to be that the boat captain was 25%, the help was 15%, that was 40%, and then we get the other percent. But it doesn't work that way with this boat. There's something else going on where, I don't know if they're splitting the money down the middle. So 1,200 gets split down the middle, 600. Then Papang pays Boy out of the 600. Or if we're paying Boy out of our 600, and then we split the cost of diesel. So whatever's remaining goes to us. However Charm's got it worked out, I don't care. But it's not a lot of money. You know, we go out there, and for the amount of work these guys are doing, the thank you from the super chats is wow, because it really, really helps them. I thank you guys so much. Westlake is Charm's sister, Charo, Matthew. Charo and Kyle, and they have 2 children, a boy and a girl, and they've been living there now for, I think, 2 years now. They moved from Vegas to there, and they're trying to sell their house now. They'll be selling their house. He got a new job up in North Carolina, so he'll be moving up to North Carolina pretty soon and building another house up there. And they'll be selling their house in Westlake. They built a huge, beautiful home. I don't know why they need such a big home. Why do people want all these huge freaking houses? Unbelievable. Just more you got to clean, you know. Kyle, thank you for the gold coin. Thank you. Chicken macaroni salad. You've got my attention now. Papa Matthew, how's your day? How's the weather over there? Does Charm joke with you, Mike? And how do you know if she is serious or joking? I take everything my long distance relationship says as serious. Yeah, Charm screws in my head all the time. You can figure it out after a while when you've been with them. You can really tell when you're face to face with them. Maybe on the phone it's a little bit different. It's harder to tell when they're joking with you. But when you're face to face with them, you can't help but see that little cute little smirk on their face when they're trying to screw with you. I figure it out every time. Yeah, she does it all the time. All right, she's flirting with you a lot lately. All right. Hook said, John, hello. Matthew says, hello, soul. I'm good at my parents' house now, trying to get all my tasks done before I head out again. Yeah, Jose, how are you? Hello. Like number 20, 8:57 p.m. Thank you. What time is it now? 9:07. I'm a little behind. I'm catching up. I'm meeting Ray in December, Mike. I've organized it with him on Messenger. Very nice. Ray and Lynn are a really, really nice couple. I asked him if he's going to come over here. You're coming in December. I asked him if he's going to come over here in December, him and Lynn. Last year they were here visiting with us. I invited him, if he has nowhere else to go, to come on over and visit with us again. But I don't know if he's going to make it or not. Hello, God bless you. Thank you, Karen. I guess it's Karan Jat. Stone says, great live late last night. If anyone gets a chance to watch the video, it was good. Thank you. We'll do that. He wants me to buy him a Starlink Mini. Well, he has pretty crappy Wi-Fi. I know that sometimes. You're doing a lot of great things in your village. Thank you, Tasby. Yeah, Starlink Mini, we'll go over that in a second. Let me catch up on some of the chat and I'll talk about the Mini and how you can make it work, how it'll be easier if you're going to do that for him. Marie, hello. All right, Scott and Isa. Hello, Scott. How many more days you got left, Scott? I know you're getting down there short. I bet you're in the 40s now, aren't you? Masbate is much cheaper than Manila or Iloilo. You get over in Masbate, things are a lot cheaper. They sure are. Papa Michael's cycle of kindness, be a blessing to others, and your life will be blessed beyond measure. And it is, you know, and karma. Guys who do bad things, karma always gets them. You know, God blesses us, and then karma bites those guys hard to screw with us, you know. It's too bad. I'll have no problem because it's the same climate, weather, food, mentality. Just the Philippines is 5 times cheaper to live there than here. Our rupee is at 4.5 pesos to 1 rupee. Phew. Yeah, much cheaper. Come on over here. It's much cheaper. Traveler Flies, how are you? Hello. I'm doing great. I just didn't go fishing tonight because of the weather. But hopefully tomorrow we'll be out there hitting it again. We'll try to get out there and hit the fishing again. I am comparing Seychelles to a main city like Manila or Cebu. Yeah, it's much cheaper than them. They're much cheaper. Where I live is even cheaper. Manila and Cebu are much more expensive to live than where I live. Much more expensive. Yeah, be so true. Matthew, spending time with your parents is the greatest gift you can give them. You keep safe always. Yes, it's a great gift. Sometimes I wish I'd go home and spend some time with Mom. She's still alive. She's getting up there. I think she's 83 now. She'll be 84 in January. She's getting up there in age. I talked to her the other day on the phone. I need to call her more. I want to try to call her more often so the kids can see their grandmother and chat with her, you know, because they don't really know her. They never get to meet her in person. They've never been to the USA. And my mother, I can't fly her here because of her health. So the only way my kids are ever going to meet their grandmother in person is if we fly them there. They're U.S. citizens, but we would have to fly them to the USA, or me accompany them and go with them, flying all 4 of us to the USA, which would be quite expensive. You know, it's not cheap. So we can talk on Messenger, Instagram, like we do. We talk on Instagram now. It's all right. What was I going to do? I was talking about something. Oh, Starlink Mini. Okay. There's 2 ways you can do it, Tasby. If you buy it in the USA, then you need to register it in the USA. And I believe the registration needs to go 90. Scott can correct me on it. I'll get to you just a second, Jeff, bite your goats. You have to register it in the USA for 90 days or 120 days. Then you can bring it to the Philippines and send it over. Somebody else can transfer. You can transfer in their name, and it won't give them a penalty. If you grab a brand new Starlink Mini and bring it over here and give it to somebody and it's never been registered in the USA, okay, you bought it in the USA, never been registered in the USA, when you get here, they charge you like a $300 penalty, okay? But that being said, when you buy it in the USA, if you pay for service, you don't have to pay for the highest service. You can pay for a 50 gigabyte service, which is a smaller fee, okay? You pay for the smallest one each month for 3 months. And then you bring it to Ray in the Philippines and he transfers it into his name. And when he does that, he can just change the registration right over to his name. After 120 days, he can register it in his name. That's how Scott and I did it. Scott and Isa, that's how Scott did it for me.
Right, we have like a group on Messenger. So we had a challenge tonight that we have to like sing songs, like we like send it then voice over.
Okay.
Then they were like saying that my voice was good.
Your voice is what?
Good.
It's good? Well, that's something to be proud of. Why you hide behind the chair?
Because I think that my voice is ugly.
Okay, well, anyway, you got a good voice. So does Ella. You guys get to bed. It's after 9. Come on, sweetie. Good night, baby.
Wait, I'm drinking milk.
Okay, Jeff says we bought 2 goats today, 4,500 peso for 2 birthdays. Nice, that's pretty cheap for 2 goats. Ducks for the birthday also, and mandatory spaghetti. Nice. Well, Jeff, you know our fiesta's on the 15th. Are you sure you don't want to come over here? You guys bring everything and celebrate? We can do it all up right here. That'd be awesome if you could.
Papa, maybe you should buy a rabbit for
Bring
rabbit
bring
tacos.
yourself and all of your stuff, and let's celebrate your birthday over here, and then we can celebrate mine 7 days later. We celebrate my birthday, and we have 2 big parties here. You guys just stick around for a couple of weeks. I'm hopping in the shower to get my day going. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, Matthew, thank you. Oh, Matthew, all your parts except for the handlebar and the headlight, which I haven't received yet. And I reordered the hand grip. I ordered you 2 different sets of hand grips, so you can pick which one you like. Because hand grips, everybody likes different ones. So I got you a variety of actually 3. I ordered 2 more today. Because the one that came didn't have the big hole in the end where the mirror goes in. Now the mirrors came, and the mirrors, no joke, they're about this big around. They're about 2 inches diameter. These little mirrors are 3 inches maybe. They're very small mirrors, okay, that you'll mount on the end of your handlebar. They're not big, they're very small. So, but small is okay as long as you can adjust them and see behind you when you're going. So that's cool. But anyway, the tires and all the other parts are over there with the exception of 1 can of spray paint, the handlebars, and the headlight. And the extra stuff I ordered, which you don't need to have one right now. That'll be something you can put on later. All right, it's gonna look good when we're done. Hillbilly, how are you? Good evening. Welcome to my channel again. Thank you, Hillbilly. How you been?
Papa, did you know that Tiger and Smokey has the same thing on their necks?
Oh, I know, white thing like that.
Yep.
I want you in bed. It's after 9, and we got school tomorrow.
He looks cute.
Good evening, good evening.
Looks
All right.
cute with it.
Matthew, you get your shower and some sleep or rest and get on the road. We'll chat with you again soon. Talk to you later. Doing good, brother. All right. So, who was it was telling me? Oh, PK was telling me. He met you over in Legazpi and had pizza at your place over there. We'll get over there one of these days. One of these days, I'll have to go to immigration. We'll get over there and see you. I don't know, have a clue when we're going to go to Legazpi again, but Max Anna, when he comes back from Texas, he's over in Pilar. So he's a friend of mine from Facebook. Him and his wife are living there in Pilar. He's building a hotel. He's got his house going, and he just put his solar in. Now he's building a hotel, store there, and some other things on their property there. So he's growing too. But sounds like you're doing good over there. PK said he had a good time, had good pizza. He said he found the best pizza place in the Philippines. I guess that's pretty good coming from him. He likes to eat over there. It's good. Hot beer. We will, Hillbilly. We'll come over and check you out. We just got to figure it all out when we can. Because we got 3 of the kids in school right now. You know, it's school time's tough to travel. And we don't have any housekeepers. And we got birthdays coming up. We got my birthday coming up. We got a fiesta coming up. You guys are welcome to come on over here for fiesta. 15, 16 August is fiesta. If you guys want to come on over and join us for our fiesta here. We have a good time. And then in December, if you... oil is over $100 a barrel. Wow. That's up there. But in December we have fiesta, real fiesta, is normally in December. The first one's just a mini fiesta, 2 days. December's like a 3-day fiesta, and I believe they're going to be doing a basketball tournament. I'm not sure if they're doing it in August. I'll figure it out. They're going to do the August one or December one. But anyway, we have some money set aside already for buying a bunch of basketballs and possibly helping these guys with their uniforms. Money that was sent over by Michael Apostle. So we're going to be taking care of those guys. And Jimmy John is always supporting us in these efforts also. Jimmy John and Michael are both supporting us on this. This punk stole my underwear. Oh, that's a shame. You know, now you got to go buy some new ones. We have 2 and another one on the way. Wow. All right. Well, congratulations. I got 2 girls, 12 and 10, and my boy is 5 now. So what's been great about being a stay-at-home dad is I get to see every minute of them growing up. I get to experience everything with them, which is a blessing. You know, it's not like I have to go out and work somewhere. And the only time we're apart from them is if Charm and I have to trip over to Manila or something's going on, a medical or buying a house or some crap that takes us away from the kids. But we don't have anyone to watch them right now. We'd have to hire somebody to stay here and watch them if we go somewhere. So it's a little bit tough, but anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll get there. One day we'll surprise you. We'll just go to Masbate City, jump on the fast craft, and head over there to find you. I love them all. All right. Dr. Red Taco got somebody. I didn't see anything worth deleting, but I guess it is. Let me see what he's knocking out there. Oh, about his underwear? Yeah. That's uncalled for. We don't need to be talking about that kind of stuff. So anyway, we'll give him a little 10-second. Then he'll learn not to talk about nasty stuff in our channel. Add him everywhere. I timed him out for 10 seconds. Let's just hope he comes in and chills out next time he has to say something. So anyway, tomorrow is going to be, I'm guessing, if we don't have rain, and the chariot's running now, so the house is going to be getting worked on tomorrow. And I've got to get in the chicken house. I need to rake up the rice husks, rice hulls, and chicken poop. And I guess I should have a mask for that, Charm. I need a mask to wear tomorrow, face mask. Do hope to visit for the 22nd. Okay, Jeff, I'll see if we can get over there. Charm, can we go visit Jeff for his birthday on the 15th? We don't need to take kids, but who's going to take care of them? Is Den going to be here? 15 August? We'll figure it out, Jeff. We'll let you know. We got to make sure that Den's going to be here. If Den is here,
Where are you going?
Katagan.
Huh?
Katagan.
Katayan? Why?
To visit Jeff for his birthday. 15 August. Just one night, then come back. And then he's coming over. They're coming here on the 22nd. Are you going to come for the fiesta too, Jeff? You guys want to come back? If we went over there for your birthday on 15, fiesta here is 15, 16. Yeah. MJ, bed now, son. What are you looking at me funny for? What are you doing? Hey. Hey. Party. Okay. All right, well, we'll try to get there, Jeff. If not, then we'll see you when you come over here. Let's see if we can get somebody to babysit these kids. Somebody who will make them go to bed. I'm getting my slipper. You want my slipper on you? I'll get Mama's slipper.
Let's go. He's scared.
Move it. Scared of what?
I don't know.
He's scared to go in the room by himself. These kids, I'll tell you what. David, yes, we're in the Philippines. Hello. Masbate Island. My oldest is 8, my son, then a 3-year-old girl, and another girl due in October. Very nice. That's coming right up, Hillbilly. That's nice. Kids are welcome. Okay, Jeff. Let's see what we can do. What day is the 15th? Anyway, I don't even have a clue. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I had no calendar in this freaking house. All right. Alistair's watching on TV. Welcome. Thank you, Alistair. David says, Busan home. Your home is in Busan? I'm on Masbate. Welcome.
Saturday, Han.
It's a Saturday. So, yeah. Okay. But the fiesta is Saturday, hon. What time's your party, Jeff? All right. What time is your party? 3 in the afternoon? Is that the normal party time, or are you doing an earlier party? Ready or not, here I come. My connection is not that good because it's raining cats and dogs. Oh, okay. Have a nice day evening ahead. Sending hugs and kisses. Thank you. David says 10:23 p.m. Yeah, it's only 9:23 here in the evening. Charm got that look. You touch MJ, I touch you. Yeah, he's scared to go in the bedroom. I didn't know that. Ah, you moved it to the weekend. So the kids, okay, gotcha. All right, Jeff, you know what? Maybe we'll, I don't have anyone coming. No, I can't do the voice thing, Alistair. I tried that voice thing and it's laggy. Your chat comes up and the voice comes up afterwards and it's like really laggy and it just disrupts everything. I can't even, it won't work. I just went back to my old way of doing things. All day, anytime, Labrador and Phil will be here also. Okay. So we'll probably, maybe we can pack the kids up early and head over there. It's about a 3-hour drive from here. That's what I'm guessing. So we'll try to make it over there. All right, Jimmy John says, take care, Michelle. Safety, blessed. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we'll try to get over there and on Saturday the 15th. I'm thinking if no one's coming here to visit us, then the fiesta doesn't mean crap to me, really. You know, if we had people coming, that'd be fun to be here with them for the fiesta. But might as well go over there and enjoy our time over there. 3 p.m. is good. Stay the night. Well, we try to come early. I'll try to leave early. I don't like driving after dark, you know. So if we can stay the night, that'd be a lot better. And leave in the morning on Sunday. Heading back over here. That's cool. That'd be a nice trip. Blizz, hello. Good morning to you or evening. I think it's morning your time. It's evening here. All right. Thank you, Alistair. I'll check out anything you send on Messenger. I can't see it until I get off the channel, but I'll check it out tonight. Thanks. So yeah, I'm waiting for Alistair to send over some turkey in the incubator. One of these days he'll think about me when he says, let's just save a dozen of these eggs and send them over to my. So it's probably 6:23 a.m. your time, right? You're on the West Coast, right? Western time? Are you in Mountain time? I forgot now. I think you're in Western time. So anyway, it's been a good day today. Everything's going smooth. You got the Chariot fixed. The Rusi, or the Suzuki Raider. I have a little Suzuki Raider here that a guy had told me that there was a problem with the bearing. And the main bearing he thought was going on me. So I had the guy come today. Hey, Traveler Flies. Yeah, you have your other name here. Good. It's raining pretty good here in Rizal. We need the rain. We do. We really do need some good rain in the Philippines. I heard the dam over there is almost empty. They better get some rain stored up. If the dam is almost empty, that's not good for the water, the situation. But it's just starting rainy season, so it should fill all those dams up there. I've been hearing up in North Luzon, they're having issues because the dams are empty. There's been no rain up there. But they got with this new storm that's coming right now, that's supposed to come right through Isabela. So maybe that'll dump a lot of water and help them out up there. Western, yeah. All right. Rick, hello, Rick, how are you? Jeff said, I was worried till today. Visa expires August 15th. Gonna have to visa vacation to Cebu. eServe came through. Nice. Did you get 1 month or 2? Jeff? That's awesome. Excuse me, but it's okay. 2 months, 3,800. Nice. Very nice. You know, a lot of people complain about the fee. They have an expedite fee. That's nothing compared to having to travel immigration from Masbate. You know, if you go to Cebu and back, you'll still pay the 2,000 pesos in travel, you know, to go to immigration. If you go to Legazpi, same thing. You end up spending about 2,000. Picture. You see my whole body. 2,000 expedite fees, yeah. What a bunch of crap. You know when they first started that, you know what we used to call that? The immigration was joking about it. They used to call it, this is Duterte's money. He started that. Duterte started that. And they called it, immigration called it Duterte's money. So now I'm thinking maybe that's Marcos's money. Yep, that's what I'm thinking, but that's my own opinion, you know. My opinions don't mean much. I hope they don't take me serious and come lock me up. Anyway, everything's good over here, guys. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. It's another day. And I got to go dig up chicken poop, throw it in the garden, let the rain start putting the nutrients down into the garden soil. And Charm wants to do baboy poop, which I think is disgusting, chicken poo-poo, and I got 2 sacks of Carabao poo-poo. But every time I use Carabao poo-poo, it gets a lot of weeds in the garden, and we get the little red worms that curl up. They're not red worms, they're little centipedes that curl up. And they get there in your garden, they start eating the roots on your plants, so I don't like them so much. I don't like the Carabao poo-poo too much. David says, I learned a good lesson tonight. I made tacos because I was craving Mexican food. My girlfriend was not impressed at all. Now I know why there is no Taco Bell here. She made lumpia and rice. I don't know why. My wife loves tacos, David. And what did you use for meat for your tacos? If you used ground beef with taco seasoning, that's with that. But if you cook up adobo chicken, use that as your meat in your tacos, they love you. Try that next time. I did a good one day. I got everybody good. I had a bunch of rabbits here. So I skinned up 2 rabbits. I cooked them up, and I took all the meat off the bone, and I made adobo rabbit. And then I made tacos out of the adobo rabbit meat. And everybody, oh, these are so good. Until I told them it was rabbit. And then they didn't like my tacos so much. They never take another taco from me. When I make tacos, they don't want none because they think maybe it's rabbit. Anyway, I got them good because they all bragged about how good it was. And they didn't realize they were eating bunny rabbit. You tried that, David. We complained, they doubled it. Yeah, exactly. Now it's 2,000. It used to be 1,000. Now it's 2,000. That's a fact. Eric said, have they started finishing the flood control projects over there yet? Good luck. There ain't no money there. There's no money in that pot. All that money's gone, long gone. And believe me, all those politicians that took it all, they're not giving it back. They may go to jail, but they ain't giving the money back. I guarantee you, it's all going to be washed away at one point or another. Yeah, you'll never hear any more about it. Trying to impeach the vice president right now. Ground beef, my own taco seasoning. Oh, there's the problem, David. Try adobo chicken next time. Okay, serious. You try adobo chicken, or you make her dried fish tacos. Try it. Marinate your little dried fish in there. Put that stinking ass crap in that taco for her. They'll absolutely love you. They'll kiss you until the sun comes up. Who knows what's in Taco Bell meat? It could be bunny rabbit. Anyway, that's funny. I did that to him. Don't get it. She loves balut, but tacos, no way. Uh, where'd you get your taco shells from? That's another thing. Did you make your own flour tortillas? Or did you make corn? Did you buy them? If you buy the taco shells, those ain't worth a crap. Okay? I used to make my own, but I got charmed liking these ones I buy now. Let me show you what I buy now. You order them on Shopee. Okay? And the other thing you can do, what's really good with these, okay, I got the big ones here, the 12-inch burrito shell. This is the 12-inch, right? I buy these. I got a whole stock of them there. I ordered 100 pieces. And then I got the little ones there, you see. Hold on. Let me slide this stuff. I got these little ones I bought. Okay, these are 6-inch. And what's good with these is you can get your chicken. You can grate your chicken up. You see, they're not very big. You can grate chunks of chicken on it, then shred your cheese on it, slap another one on top of it, and throw it in the frying pan, and make a chicken cheese quesadilla. They like those too. Charm loves them. The kids love them. I'm sure your wife would love them too. But worst case, just toss some dried fish in there for her. She'd probably love that. But the just coming out of the bag. Okay. What we do, my daughter likes these big ones. What we do with the big ones here, we order these, and then you make thin crust pizza out of them. You just put them in the skillet. You put your sauce on them, your toppings on it. Cover the skillet with a stainless steel pan. I use these pans like this to cover it, and it turns your skillet into an oven on top of the stove. It takes you 4 minutes, and your pizza is done. You slice it, it's thin crust pizza. They love thin crust pizza. So these tortillas you can buy on Shopee. That's what I started doing. Instead of making up the dough, and Charm and I used to be, we'd make the dough up here. I'd make all the dough, and then I'd roll them out, cut them out, hand them to Charm. She'd put them in the pan, flip them over, and I'd just be making them while she's putting them in the pan, cooking them, right? The tortillas. And when we had a whole stock made up, then we would make a bunch of tacos for the whole family, and everybody would eat. But now I just start buying these. These are a little bit thicker. The shells are a little bit thicker. So yeah, well, you got to try something. She'll like tacos. Now what they like is they like cucumber, sliced tomato, not sliced tomato, but small pieces of tomato. Okay, you chop it up into little cubes, and then you cut your cucumber up the same way. You chop your lettuce up so it's small. Okay, your white onion, chop it up so it's small, and then put those separately in a bowl so they can take what they want and put on their taco. And then you use the meat like adobo chicken. My wife loves adobo chicken tacos. And then she'll take the adobo chicken and put it on the shell with grated cheese and make chicken cheese quesadillas. You can add a little bell pepper, whatever you want, into your quesadilla. Or cook it up like a fajita, and then put it on the shell, and then cheese it, cover it with another shell, put it in the skillet, put the stainless steel lid on top, and just cook it. And they're delicious. Just have a pizza slicer, They make the small size with corn. Yeah, I fry those for my tacos. We don't have the corn ones over here, but I can get these in 4-inch, little small ones. I buy the 6-inch because that's the size tacos we like to make. So, and they make Mike and them for school sometimes. We'll make the cheese quesadilla with 2 shells. Great cheese, throw it in the skillet, boom, boom, cook a couple, flip them over. Just basically a toasted cheese sandwich is all it is. And then they throw that in their bag and take it to school. Eat it, munch on it, Yeah, lesson learned. They like tacos, but you got to do the tacos right. So maybe she didn't like the tacos this time because you did it with your own taco seasoning and beef. But maybe if you alternate, change up the meat in it to either grilled fish, shrimp, chicken, like I said, adobo chicken. Don't use adobo rabbit. She'll probably while you're sleeping. They don't like that. They don't like that by surprise. So anyway, it's cool. Lesson learned, but don't give up on tacos because you just might need to change the recipe a little bit and she'll love you to death for it. So there's nothing better than a combat taco, menu 6. All right. I like scrambled egg burrito, 7-inch. Nice. Yeah, me too. These little tortillas are perfect for everything. You know, if you want to make breakfast burritos, you want to make dinner, whatever you want to make. You make pizza out of them, whatever you want to make. These tortilla shells I buy, the big ones, you fold those up and make a nice big burrito out of them. You know, they're good. So anyway, we do that. That's why I buy like 100 at a time of each, the small one and the big. I just got my load in. That's why I bunch in the fridge there. And they keep really well in the refrigerator. Have you ever fried your burritos? No, I kind of refrain from doing that. I'm trying not to have too much oil, you know. Even though I use vegetable oil, I try not to do too much deep fried stuff. We have enough with the deep fried chicken, but the burritos, I know. I've seen people that do them, and I was looking at a recipe today. The guy was talking about it's like a fried burrito where he was putting chicken and cheese in this and wrapping it and then deep frying it. And it's just like a fried burrito that he made. And then he opened it up and pulled it apart, and you can see all the cheese, melted cheese just coming up, you know. It looks so good. Duck burrito. Okay, duck burrito. I haven't had that yet. That'd be interesting. I prefer lumpia over tacos. I don't know. I like lumpia, but I like tacos too. I don't know if I have a preference of either one over each other. I think if somebody had a taco on a plate and a lumpia on a plate, I'd take one of each. That's how I'd be. I wouldn't go for one or over the other. They're both good to me. Cheers, guys. I'm trying to get this hot beer down. I don't have any in the cooler today because Charm turned off everything. We sold all the ice today to the people who buy the fish down here. Told you guys about the people who buy the fish down here. Anyway, they bought fishermen came in, they bought all of our ice. I think it was 70 in the freezer. Freezer was full. The white freezer was full. Probably 100 plus pieces of ice they bought today. So we're making ice again. We're empty. Nobody else came to buy ice today. We don't have any. They can go somewhere else and buy it. Other people sell it here in the village. We like it when we get the big sale. Empties everything out, start fresh all over again, you know. We have 13 more ducks now. It was 15. I gave up on ducks, Jeff. Ducks are freaking nasty. And I just said, enough of ducks. We had 10. They were starting to lay eggs. When I just got to the point where you couldn't walk anywhere in the yard, there was duck poop, big piles of duck poop everywhere. And ducks don't poop a solid poop, you know. It's a nasty, slimy, wet poop all over the place. And then you get 15 ducks or 10 ducks doing that, and you don't even want to walk out there. It gets really, really nasty. So I said, enough with the nasty ducks. Get rid of them. So we got rid of them. Yeah, they eat too much and they poop too much. So I just said, to me, it ain't worth it. And I'm not raising them to make balut. The duck eggs are good to eat. They're just as good or better than chicken eggs, if you ask me. But I can get enough eggs from my chickens. I don't need to raise nasty-ass pooping ducks. And, you know, you throw food out for the chickens. I used to have all my chickens free out in the yard. I didn't have a garden out there at the time. I would just throw feeds out in the ground. Those damn ducks could scoop up more food in 1 minute than 10 chickens. That's how fast they frickin' eat the food up. The chickens don't stand a chance. You gotta almost feed them separately. When the ducks get in there, just all that food you throw is gone so fast. Ducks stay off the porch. Well, it's a good thing because if they came on the porch, I'd probably be having duck soup. I'm about to have some goat soup. If they don't get a frickin' rope on this goat tomorrow, when I come out there, if I see that goat and it's running free again, I'm going to tie a rope on his neck. He ain't going to like it, but he's going to be tied up. And I'm not going to be gentle with the little sucker because he pissed me off. He ate 8 of my damn avocado trees. They're probably going to come back, okay? They're still green trees. He just ate all the freaking leaves off of them. They will probably sprout new leaves and come back and become a tree again. But until that happens, I can't even move them out into the yard because they let these freaking goats run all over the goddamn yard. It's pissing me off. I'm about to the goats. I'm done with it. I think in August, my birthday, maybe we'll and be done with goats. I don't like goats. I don't care for them anyway. I do not deep fry them. I put them in a skillet with a little butter and grill the burritos. Way too much oil for deep frying. Not had one since Chi-Chi's chimichanga. Way, way back in the day. All right. Chickens come in the house. All right. Not in my house. You know that. But when I lived in California, I had chickens come in my house. I used to pull out my refrigerator because of the cockroaches infestation. And that was the quickest way to get rid of the cockroaches. Let the chickens in the kitchen and pull out the refrigerator. It was bad. We had these little brown cockroaches everywhere under the fridge. So that's how I used to feed the chickens. I just move the refrigerator and let them eat it. Get rid of all the cockroaches out of my house. But no, I would spray. I would do everything you could do. You know, short of tenting the whole house and fumigating, you know, which is what it really needed to be. I don't know where all these damn things come from in California. But they just fill your house up. Ray, I made beef and mushroom gravy over rice. Oh, you didn't go out with Scuba Steve? Goats eat almost everything. Yeah, I'm fed up with these damn goats. It sounds great. That sounds really good. I love mushroom gravy. With Scuba, Michael C. and the ladies. All right, very good. So they were at your place then eating. I thought Scuba had told me you were all going to dinner. All right, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. That's good. Are they there with you still? They all leave already. It's getting pretty late, though. It's almost 10 o'clock. They're probably gone already, huh? I love beef, but not for Melody. They're still here. Awesome. Tell them all I said hi. Chickens are great to keep centipedes at bay also. Yeah, they eat the centipedes. They don't eat any bug, you know. I love my chickens now. Don't get me wrong. I have a nice chicken house out here. And I bought the black plastic netting. I'm going to set up an area. I'm going to have to put it double high so they can't fly up over it and put a top on it. But I want them to be able to get out and enjoy the sunlight because in their chicken house, it's got a metal roof over it and there is no real sunlight. They don't get much sunlight. I think that affects them breeding also. They really do need sunlight. So I can't just turn them in the yard. Whew. I've done that before. And I have a couple of eggplants and avocado trees here. And the chickens, the roosters will stand there and peck all the leaves off the trees too. I have some Rhode Island red, big roosters, big suckers, right? These guys love to eat the leaves off my eggplant and my avocado trees. Mike's Barnyard Hacks 2026, bring the chickens in the house. Yeah. No, I don't do that here. I don't have cockroaches here. But once in a while we'll see one. It's not very many. And we always try to kill them. In fact, I sprayed the CR last night. Charm said, I think we have a few cockroaches in the CR. And sometimes you see them back by the toilet sometimes. But last night I saw a centipede go across the shower floor, his little legs, you know. Looked like a little snake the way he was moving, a little small one, you know. So where's that sucker going? So I went and grabbed my can of spray, and because I couldn't see where he went, I was in the shower at the time. When I got out of the shower, I grabbed the can of spray and sprayed poison all there, and I went ahead and sprayed all around the CR. So if there were any cockroaches, I got them last night. I didn't see any dead ones this morning. I must not have any in there right now. I tried Ray, but she hardly worked. She's hard work. Hard work. Congrats, B1S1. All right. Hello, brother. I got my passport. Awesome. Thanks for the knowledge. I'm going to try for November in the Philippines. What is weather like that time of year? Well, depending on where you're going, we have a lot of typhoons. So be prepared to have enough time on your hands where you're not stuck on your vacation in a port somewhere waiting for a ferry to run because you wanted to get somewhere and you couldn't, okay? Most people in November, December time period will inter-island fly rather than take ferries because a lot of the airports will keep running. The ferries, unless the winds get too strong. But most of the time, the ferries will stop at Category 1, and the airplanes that fly out will get up a little bit stronger winds before they'll secure them. But I've seen them secure at Category 1 also, out of Masbate. So wintertime, sometimes we have storm after storm after storm coming in, and they get to be stronger than tropical storms. If they hit category 1, wherever you're at, you might as well hunker down, because where you're trying to go, you may not be able to get there. So unless the typhoon is coming through Visayas and you're flying from Manila to Clark, or something like that. You're not flying where the typhoon is. So wintertime is really tough for travel here. For anybody coming to visit in the wintertime when typhoon season, which typhoon season is now, this is July, till December. Okay, so you're in our hot, wet season. We have 2 seasons here, hot and wet, hot and dry. January, we go to hot and dry up until June. June, hot and wet up until December. So once we're in the hot and wet, that's when typhoon season is. So November, sometimes it's pretty good, but November 2013, we had a Category 5 typhoon called Yolanda come through. It devastated Tacloban, came through Masbate, Cebu, Panay Island, right through the Visayas here where I live, and it took out the power and the water on Panay Island when I was living in Rojas City. It took out the water and the power, okay, for 2 months. And it even took out my Globe Wi-Fi, my Globe internet, okay. Charm and I packed up our bags and left Panay Island, and I kept getting hounded every month for a payment for Globe. I said, sir, you're not providing me with anything. There's no power where I live. There is no Globe internet where I live, where I was living. I said, I haven't received service from you for 2 months. I'm not paying you for service I didn't receive. Oh, but sir, you signed a contract. I go, yeah, and so did you. Your contract said you're going to provide me with a service, and you're not providing nothing because the typhoon took you out too. I'm not paying you. And then he settled. Send us our box back and give us, I don't know what he said, 1,000 pesos or some crap. And we'll settle. You won't have to send us no more money. So I did. I wasn't going back to live in Panay Island anyway. And I wasn't going to sign up for Globe service because there's no such thing here in Masbate. Where I live, there's no smart, there's no Globe. Okay? The M-Pesa Wi-Fi that somebody transmits off the mountain via smart signal, right? Data. They transmit it down, you got to pay 5 peso for an hour of service. I don't pay that. I have my own Starlink. So yeah, that's good. You got your passport. That's awesome. She would like my beef. Filipinos don't know how to cook beef. That's pretty true too. They don't. They're just not used to cooking beef, They're used to cooking fish and chicken and pork. They don't eat beef so much here. No rain yet. Please, 2 weeks before the roof goes on. Well, that's good. Good for you, John, because it's been raining here. But see the way the rain is going right now? You're here in Cavite, right? I'm down here in Visayas, and the rain is heading from here to Panay. It's going south direction. Okay? The rain is not going north to Luzon towards you guys. I watched the clouds that came across Masbate. Beeline from my house direct to Iloilo, to Carlos, Panay Island. So it's going out the back down here and going to Iloilo. It's not going up towards Cavite and northern Luzon or any of you guys up in Manila area. Bulalo seems to be the one here, Ray. Oh, they like Bulalo, but that's about how they know how to fix beef. They don't know how to make burgers for sure. They make these little CDO flat patty things and slap an egg on it and charge you 25 pesos for it. Yeah, visa run. Let's talk about you coming here first real fast here. Let's go back to B1S1. When you land at the airport, stop before you leave the airport. Go to immigration. If you're coming for more than a month, go right to the immigration airport and ask them for an extension. Okay? Don't leave the airport without it. Don't be in such a damn hurry that you got some girl meeting you outside the door that you don't take care of yourself first. All right? A lot of guys do it. They'll have somebody meeting them at the airport. Some little honeydew they met, on some dating site that's standing there at the airport door waiting on them to come out. And so what they do, they're in a big old hurry. Grab my bag and go. And they forget that it's smarter and wiser to go ahead and extend at the airport. It's very quick and easy. You're already there next to immigration. Just do it. And then you walk out of the airport and there's your little honeydew standing there waiting for you. Okay? So always do your first extension at the airport, guys, when you're coming into the airport. Do it right there at immigration while you're coming in. You got to go through them anyways. Just ask the guy, hey, I'd like to make an extension while I'm here for an additional 30 days. Because when you arrive, you get 29. They say you get 30, but it's really 29 because the day you arrive counts, okay? So you're getting 29 more days. Extend for another 30, so you'll have 59 days total from the time you walk out of the airport. And that helps you a lot. If you decide you want to extend and stay a little longer, you already got the time on your passport. And it's only extension for 1 month, which is probably about 1,800 or 2,000 pesos maybe. Makes sense to me. I'm trying to share that with you folks so you'll be able to do that. And it sure saves you a hassle of doing an immigration run. It does. Or even going online and doing it. Ray says Tagaytay doesn't follow those rules. Yeah. Last September, no power for 2 months. No internet for 4 months. So you guys, and he lives on the other corner of Masbate. If you guys, when you come here in November, just try to plan your vacation. Fly in if you can to where you think you want to spend your vacation time. Because the way it works, let me explain the typhoons to you guys, okay? Here's the Philippines. Picture the Philippines right here, okay? In the center of my screen, all right? From North Luzon all the way to Mindanao, okay? When the typhoons come in, they start coming in. Remember this, your Philippines, right here, right? My hand is your Philippines, right? The typhoons come in through Samar, often above Mindanao or above Samar. They come in and they usually turn north. That's June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay? They come in, they go north first, and they work their way down like this because of the way the winds are blowing here. So if you picture yourself in the Philippines, you want to fly into November, they're going to be starting to come into the Visayas area. You might want to plan a vacation North Luzon, like that area. So, and not get down into Visayas where you're going to get stuck on ferries and get stuck wherever you're at, sitting in a hotel for 2 or 3 days, nothing's moving, you can't go take a fast craft to Bohol because you're stuck in Cebu, typhoons coming through. I'll give you an example. I went to visit Scooby-Doo. Okay, he's in the channel all the time. I went to visit him where he lives. We got there, a storm came, we couldn't go home. We were only going to stay like 2 days. Here comes a storm, ferry secured, can't go home. Storm goes by, boom, another storm. Another storm. 3 in a row. We ended up staying at Scuba's house almost 2 weeks. We couldn't go nowhere. We couldn't leave. We could have gone to a hotel, but Scuba told us, no, just stay here. But that's happened. It happened to me. You get stuck because the storms just keep coming. And wherever you're at, you can't leave. You can't take a ferry and go home. You can't fly. You can't take a ferry. You can't do anything. Storm after storm after storm just rolled right in. Boom, boom, boom. We ended up being there 2 weeks before we were able to get out of there and go home. I love staying there. I love visiting with them. We had a great time. We had kids at home, We only had MJ with us over there, and we had the 2 girls at home. Luckily, then we had housekeepers, so we were able to not worry too much about everything. Yep, Malolo, last night, we ended up paying 2 of 4 months of no service. Wow, they suck. The Globe and them, they suck. They got to get you on their contract. You keep me rain for now. Okay, you got it, Jep. We'll try to hang on to the rain over here for 2 more weeks. We're not able to get our house done, and there's no roof on it. We were stuck today, no work. Couldn't get the guys up there to finish the tie beam, and we can't put the roof on until the tie beams are done, and they can't go up there and weld in the rain. So we'll hang on to it for a few more days. That'll postpone our building, but I'll have to let that rain go at some point. It's going to shift to start going north. It's going to shift real soon, though, John, because this new tropical storm coming in right now is going north. It's going to hit the northern tip of Luzon, and then shoot off, I think, towards Hong Kong, China. But it's going to catch the top, Isabella on up. It's going to catch that top clip of northern Luzon going up. So you might get some rain through Cavite, through Quezon City, Manila. You guys might end up getting some rain there. Have to watch the weatherman. Watch that guy. There's a guy I watch, Robert, whatever his name is. He's here in the Philippines, and he has a pretty good weather report. I like his weather report. All right. I wouldn't pay for no service. What will they do? Cut my service? That's what they do. But also, Ray, if they choose to, they can file charges against you for not honoring your contract. And they have the money to do it. So I don't want to play games. I just want to settle. I just talk to them and we end up settling for an amount. But yeah, you say, what will they do? Cut my service? If you never want to use them again, that's probably a good idea to do. It's like a motorcycle. You buy a motorcycle here. You don't like it. Always buy your motorcycle on payments, right? Never for cash. If you buy it for cash, you can't return it. If you buy it on payments, you can buy on payment, okay, and then you can pay it off early. But if you buy on payments and you have it for a month and you say, you know what, this thing's a piece of crap. Take it back. Give them the bike back. They voluntary repo. Go to the next shop down the street and buy another motorcycle. Here, it's not like they're tracking you on a credit report, you know, at least not yet. That may come about here in the future, but for now, there's no credit report, all right? And if you don't go back to the same bank, the banks here don't even talk to each other. So, at least not that I know of, because you can buy a car at BDO or through East West Bank, do a voluntary repo on it, and go to BDO and buy another car, you know? There's no communication between banks, and they have no credit reporting system or anything like that. So it's a lot different buying things over here. And that's why people buy on payments all the time. They don't want to pay cash. Me, I just say, you know what? I'd rather pay cash because I save a lot of money. If a motorcycle is $208,000 and you buy it on a payment plan, it's going to cost you $258,000. Okay? If you buy it for cash, it's $208,000. You just save 50,000 pesos. It's almost $1,000 US, you know? So that's why I buy mine cash. And if I don't like it, put it up for sale, you know? Take a loss on it and move on. Spoke too soon. Thunderstorm, heavy rain. Get the buckets out. Oh my God, here they comes, Jap. Hi, you're welcome, B1S1. Just do that before you get out of the airport. If you're planning to stay, how long are you going to stay with us over here? A1, hey Ghost, you know what? You're a nasty, filthy mind and you're out of my channel. Goodbye, sir. For good. All right. Never been able to extend there at the airport. Always go next day for that. They'll do it right there at immigration. You just ask the immigration officer, sir, I'd like to go get a 30-day extension at the airport here. I don't know which airport you were flying into, but Manila, I know, does that. It doesn't follow the weather rules of hot and wet. Right now it's not because we have El Nino. But it's kind of trying, it's trying its best to follow the rules of hot and wet right now. There you go. Jap says, pissing down here now, Ray. I spoke too soon. Yep. It's coming. There's a storm off the coast, guys. And we're bound to get rain. If you look at the weather band that the guy showed, all the rain, there's a lot of rain going to come and hit the Philippines. A lot of rain from this storm. It's going to bring rain in. But today I saw it was heading towards Panay. After it came over us, a thunderstorm this morning, it went straight towards Panay. I went out to the beach and watched it this morning. I even had a live feed going earlier this morning. I was showed that. I was talking about it. It's heading to Panay Island. God's Country Eric says, when you want to extend, how does that affect the plane ride back to the USA? Will the ticket be more to get home? You don't have to book your ticket. I don't know how you guys do it. If you guys book a ticket, so you're going to be here for a 30-day stay, you're going to be here, then you're going to leave 20, 25 days or 2, 3 weeks, whatever, and you're going to go back home. So you already booked your ticket. Then you have to have an outgoing ticket to wherever you're going out. when you fly into the Philippines. Because the country that you fly through, whether it be Hong Kong, Taiwan, uh, Singapore, Japan, they all require when you go to reboard to show your outbound ticket leaving the Philippines, because at that airport's where they're required to prove it. Okay, so you have to have an outbound ticket, whether you buy a little throwaway ticket and fly in here with a throwaway ticket, or you have a round trip ticket going back to your country. Then you should make it flexible where you can change the dates on it in case you decide to stay longer. Because most people that come here, they like it so much, they said, if I just could stay another 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I just want to extend a little bit of time. I want to stay here a little bit longer. I didn't see very much. I want to see more. And so they change their ticket or just say, forget the ticket, I'll buy another ticket going out, going home. Because it means that much to them to stay here. So just tell you get kind of addicted to the Philippines when you come here. It's so nice. So, but your ticket, it could be more. Ray says it doesn't rain too long here. Yep, we got it already, Mike. Heavy thunderstorm. Well, I wish you well on that, and I hope your roof doesn't cause you a lot of issues. But you already got floors. You're good. It's just that one section you're building is going to be getting a little wet. Jeff says, not worth the battles. Weirdly, they only advertise 80% reliability. Hey, Luke, how are you? Welcome. Eric says, hi, Luke. Jeff Bab, I just get a fake onward ticket. There you go. That's the way to do it. If you're coming and then when you get ready to leave, buy your ticket and go, when you get ready to leave. All right. Eric, everybody says hi to Luke. Okay. Jeff says, good, Luke, apart from the thunderstorm. Yeah, you did speak just a minute too soon, didn't you? Here it came. Wow. So it's this tough one. That one that came over my house last night and then this morning, it was pounding down some rain. I didn't realize that the other night when it poured down, the gutter was full on the bad boy pen, and the water was running down into the bad boy pen. All the little piglets are down there squealing away because they're getting wet, so they're all hiding into one corner. And then mama's between them and the water is running down in front of the mama and going out of the pig pen. She was protecting them so the water couldn't get to them, the stream, and get them wet. That's smart mama pig, I'll tell you. Hope the storm passes soon, bro. I like rain, but rain in the Philippines takes the piss a bit. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. The Philippines is tropical, yep. The throwaway ticket, Rick, there's some companies you can go to. You can look it up on Google even. Philippine throwaway ticket. There's several companies you can go to. It costs you $12 to $15. It's not very much. And they'll give you an itinerary and a valid throwaway ticket. A valid ticket, right, which you're never going to use, okay? So what happens is that gets you in the country. You show that in Japan or Singapore or Thailand or Taiwan or wherever you're at, your intermediate airline. The USA is not going to ask you for it, okay? Unless it's a direct flight into the Philippines. They might ask you for it then. But if you're laying over somewhere with a connecting flight, that's where they're going to ask you to show you that you have an outbound ticket leaving the Philippines, okay? When you get to the Philippines, they never ask for it. The immigration will never ask you, sir, do you have an outbound ticket? Never. It's always the intermediary airport, that one that you have to pass through, that always stops and asks you before you board. And if you don't have one, you got to get one. So you might as well get it before you leave your country. Either have a return ticket or an outgoing fakey ticket, or just buy a ticket to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Probably the cheapest ticket on AirAsia of anywhere around. You buy a cheap AirAsia ticket to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and then just don't use it. Just throw away that $30, $50, whatever. Just say, never mind. Throwaway ticket you can buy online is like $15 or $12, something. It's not very expensive. But just Google that. Some people here know the site. I haven't used one because I'm a permanent resident visa holder. I haven't used one in ever. Never did I ever use a throwaway ticket, okay? When I flew to the Philippines the first time, I came here, I had a ticket leaving going, I think, to Malaysia. So I didn't use it, so I did throw that away, which ended up being a throwaway ticket because I ended up staying here. But when I came in country, the lady I was with had a little extra money in the passports to give to the immigration officer, and he stamped me with a balikbayan stamp. My first entry into the Philippines was a 1-year visa, balikbayan stamp, okay, which was illegal. But they did it, and because she acted like we were married, returning, forgot our marriage certificate or whatever. The guy asked for it, told him, oh, I don't have it, whatever. But she had slipped 500 pesos in each of the passports when she handed them to him. And so he kindly took the money and didn't say anything and went ahead and gave us the 1-year stamp, gave us a big smile, and on we went. Corruption never ceases in this country, guys. Hey, yeah. So that's my information on it. Yeah. My daughter's great, bro. Thanks for asking. She's a cheeky little monkey. Darren says onwardticket.com. There you go. $14 to $20. Darren just posted it for you, Rick. Please screenshot that. Onwardticket.com. All right. Thank you, Darren. I'm sure Darren uses them all the time, huh? They're valid, guys. They're good. You're just not going to use them. You're not going to onward out with them. You're going to not use them. Okay? But you can buy them. And there you go. And they're legit. If the airline checks it, you have an itinerary for that flight. Okay, it's there. Tropical storms are no joke, yep. No, you don't have to purchase your onward ticket at the same time. You go to their website to buy that onward ticket, the throwaway ticket, Rick. You buy your ticket. If you come in one way, buy a one-way ticket. Okay, buy a one-way ticket and then buy that ticket from onwardticket.com, and that's your throwaway ticket. That's your leaving the Philippine ticket. Okay, but you can buy it anytime before you fly. Spoke too soon. Got the buckets out now. I get my return ticket, but mine is for 8 months stay. I just have to go extend each time, that's all. Yeah, and you can, if you want to do a round trip ticket for 8 months away when you know you're coming back, as long as you have a ticket leaving the Philippines, okay, and you can just tell them when you land, I want to tour the Philippines, and so I think it's going to take me 8 months, and I will just do my extensions at the immigration office. And you have the outgoing ticket. They're not going to say anything. You have an outgoing ticket. That's all that's required, okay, by law. And what to sell you as a captive. Right now, I'm online on the laptop, Mikey. Okay, good, Alistair, thank you. It's not 30 days the day you arrive. It's the 29th. Yeah, be aware, yeah. That's what I was saying. It's 29, not 30, guys. The day you arrive counts as a day. It's 29 days, okay? So ASAP sells flight insurance as to many others, so they help with the cost. There you go. Darren knows he flies in and out a lot. All right, I have the affidavit for my daughter as well as signed by Fish in the Philippines, so it's easier for me than others. Yeah. I never got stopped at the Philly airport for a return ticket. Had too much cash as well, but never got stopped, luckily. Yeah, the return ticket where they got me one time, I was flying back from Singapore. And the lady says, she said, sir, do you have an outgoing ticket? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm a permanent resident. I'm probationary permanent resident. As soon as I showed my probationary permanent resident ACRI card, then no outgoing ticket is required because you're a permanent resident visa holder. You're probationary, but you've already been approved as probationary. So you don't need an outgoing ticket from the Philippines because at that point you're considered like a resident, right? Probationary resident. And then you get your permanent resident visa. You just have that when you travel, and you're not required to get an outgoing ticket either. You're flying home. This is your home. So you're just returning home. So you don't need an outgoing ticket. I don't have to fly getting an outgoing ticket. I go anywhere I want in the world now, fly back. I'm flying home. This is home. You know the hoops I've been through. Yeah, Alistair. I know. Guys, I just say it plain to everybody. Don't overstay your visa. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to say about visas is don't overstay your visa. They are cracking down on it now, and I'd really hate to see any of you guys get in trouble for missing a day or two. Sometimes it's okay. And I guess it's all going to depend on how that immigration officer feels. All right. If he feels you could have made it on time and you didn't, and he's having a pissy day, he may just tell you, sir, you need to leave the Philippines. You're not allowed here anymore. I'm not going to extend your visa. You need to get a ticket and go home. So don't piss off an immigration officer. Don't overstay your visa. Yep. Last year it needed us to fly to Hong Kong, then back. It was first class, but expensive. I'm married to a Filipino now. Yeah. He's married to Marilu, and they got a good life together sometimes. Right, Alistair? How's that tuba tonight, Alistair? You still drinking tuba? I'm having a beer. Yeah, but anyway, once you get a permanent resident visa, once you're married, okay, married doesn't mean, it only means you can get a Balikbayan pass, a 1 year stamp, okay? The way you get permanent resident visa is you must apply for it. You and your wife apply for it together for your permanent resident visa, fill out the application form, you both go into the interview, then they grant you a probationary permanent resident visa. The following 9 months from then, once you get it in your hand, 9 months later, you apply again for the permanent resident visa. And then you go in and do the interview, you do your biometrics, you do your facial, you do everything again. Everything you do the first time, you do the second time. So once you do it the first time, save all your documents, okay? You don't need a lawyer or rocket scientist to do all this. It's very simple to do. Just follow the rules. There's people there at immigration to help you with everything you need. People that are there hired just to help you do your paperwork and get it right, okay? So follow their advice, do what you got to do. It's easy for a man and a woman to go into immigration, get all the paperwork filled out, apply for it, then come back for your interview when they tell you, and then watch their online site till you're approved. Once you're approved, then you can go get your card, okay? You go get your ACRI probationary card. Then after a year or 9 months, you can apply again, because by the time you apply, it's got to go through the whole process. It'll be a full year before you get it. So you'll have satisfied their 2-year period to get your final card, you know. You'll get a probationary first, then you got to wait to do another year before you get your final. But once you get it, it's every 5 year. Fill out an application, do your biometrics, fingerprints, picture, eyes, whatever. Do that at immigration. Once every 5 years, they issue a new card. You pay 8,000 or 9,000 pesos again, every time you do it every 5 years. And then you must do annual report every year from January 1st to March 1st. You have a 2-month window. You have to do annual report if you have or are a holder of an ACRI card, a tourist ACRI card, a residency card, a work visa card. Anybody with an ACRI card must report annually to immigration. If you go to the office, it's 310 pesos. If you do it online, this year cost me 1,300. But it would have cost me more to go to an office. So I did mine online, virtually. The guy, you tell them what time you want your appointment, boom. You call in, boom, they connect you, you talk to the officer, you show your ACRI card, you show your passport, and your annual report is done. In like 20 seconds, he may ask you a question, he may not ask you anything. He may just say, hold your IDs up so I can see them and see your face same time. I know what he's doing, he's just screenshotting it. They got you, you're done. That's your annual report. 1,300 pesos, sir, go ahead and pay it. I'll send you an email. He sends an email, you pay it, you send back that you paid, and done. 1,300 done. So it costs 14,500 to get your 13A visa. I don't think it was quite that, but what I did, Alistair, I paid, it may be close to that. I paid an attorney 15,000 to do both probationary and permanent, and she went with us to the interview. She made sure everything was scheduled. We were there on time. My attorney went with us because she was a good friend of my doctor, in Las Piñas. So I just hired her. She was an attorney for his company, and I hired her to go do mine for me. Charming, I did. She prepared all the documents. We just signed them. Went to the appointment. Boom, boom. A year later, we watched online, got it. Went, got the card, came back. A year later, did it again, done. She did everything for us. It's very nice. All right. 14.5 is the number per BOI. Okay. So that's what it is, with, I don't know how it's that much though, because your card is only like 9,000. I don't know where they're getting the 14.5, unless they're making you do an extension. Maybe because you need at least that 3-month period before you get your card, before it gets approved. You have to extend for that amount of time. You have to pay for your extensions. And maybe that's what they figured in there. All the legal. Well, if you haven't done it yet, it's an experience. Go do it, Alistair. And then you'll be doing what I'm doing. Annual report every year between January 1 and March 1. Everybody has to do it. You too. If you're not about buying, you'll be doing it as long as you have an ACRA card. Okay. Anyway, ACRA card's good because you can open a bank account with it. Get your Philippine driver's license, open a bank account. Some guy told me yesterday that he got his Philippine driver's license without an ACRA card. Okay, I guess everything depends on whoever you're going to. I know that a certain individual here went to immigration a week and a half ago, and he thought he could just take the receipt of the ACRI card because he didn't get his card same day like he thought he was going to get. I told him when it'll happen anyway, but he didn't believe me. He had the receipt, went to LTO, and they told him, no, that's not good enough to get a driver's license. You need to have the ACRI card. So I usually tell what I know. Other people seem to get away with things at times. I don't know how they do it. But every place is different here in the Philippines, guys. You're going to realize that. You may go to Quezon City, and they don't approve you for a driver's license. You go to Las Piñas, you slip the guy 500 pesos, and in 1 hour, you're out of there with a driver's license. Tourists have ACR card, but no annual reports. Okay. Tourists don't have to annual report? I thought everybody with an ACRI card did. I didn't know that. And okay, I learned something new tonight. I just spent 6.5 on our little house in the mountain. That's a lot of money. That house should be fully done, Alistair. That's a lot of money. Damn.
Papa, can you take the earring out? I just
Yes.
get another piercing.
You had another piercing.
I just get another piercing.
Which, oh, the bleeding one?
Why did you lock the door?
I got it.
She locked the door shut.
Like, your scab came off with it. Here,
Ew.
that's your scab, came out with
Ang
it.
cotton, lagyan mo ng
Get
alcohol. Dali.
cotton alcohol, clean it. You can pierce the same place again. Wait till the scar forms. Then you can.
Iba po na iba.
Once the scar forms in the hole,
Lagyan mo muna ng
then you can pierce again, hon.
ay, alcohol ng cotton.
No, Rick, there are not immigration offices in all cities. There are none on Masbate Island. Okay? There's, I don't know all the cities they're in. I couldn't tell you. There's a lot of offices. I know Das Marinas has it. Probably General Trias has one now. Manila has one. Iloilo, Cebu, Dumaguete, I think, has one.
Nilak ni Ila ang
Any of the big places where there's a lot of foreigners, probably you'll find an immigration office nearby. Iloilo has one. But in Masbate Island, there's not a lot of foreigners, so we don't have an immigration office. Only 50% done. Yeah, well, you're spending a whole lot of money, buddy. That means you're going to end up spending $13 million on that place. That's crazy high price. I could do 10 places at that price. Wow. Watch your workers. You're probably getting scammed a little bit there, Alistair. I think you're being taken advantage of a little bit. If you keep the same team, you need to swap out teams of workers sometimes because they learn how to take advantage of you in every way, and you end up spending a lot more money. And you think you're getting a good deal, you're working with the same people, and then I've gotten complacent with people, and they took advantage of me. I start asking around, and I go, oh, it's cheaper over here. Go over here and get somebody else. You don't have to keep the same people. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it is bleeding.
Yes, need alcohol, sweetheart. All right. Site for almost a year. Okay. We rotate them every month. Okay, good. All right, guys. Well, anyways, I need to get some sleep tonight. It's 10:30, almost 10:30. And I hate doing this when we have so many people enjoying the chat. I have a good time here. But I need to get some sleep. Be a new day tomorrow. We'll have a lot of fun. And thank you all for coming in. God bless you all. Thank you so much. We'll try to go fishing tomorrow. That's our goal, is to be fishing tomorrow. I talked to my father-in-law. He talked to Boy already. And our goal is to try to get back on the boat tomorrow and catch some fish before these fish disappear from our little fishing hole we've been fishing in. We're down to 12 kilos last time. So we're probably going to be looking for a little farther inland to try to find out where the fish went. But anyway, we'll find them. All right, guys. I worked with Mike for about 10 years. Yes. So, all right, guys. Yeah, Iloilo is close to Rojas. Yes, that's 2.5 hours away, 3 hours. Yeah. So if you're going to live in Rojas City, Rojas City is a nice little place. Get out in the province, out of the city, you can find a house out there. So somebody can rent you a house, probably $8,000 a month. Really reasonable. Find a nice little place to rent out there. So anyway, I lived in Rojas City. That's where my daughter Micah was born. We lived in Millie Billy. And when you start driving over there, Rick, be careful of LTO. They do LTO checkpoints, okay? The LTO will come out of their office and they will set up checkpoints just like the police checkpoints. LTO will set up checkpoints as well and try to catch people. So make sure you use closed-toed slippers, okay, and a helmet when you're driving around Rojas City. All right. Oh, he's been coming in the chat off and on, Rick, many years ago, before the COVID. So, yeah, he's known me for a while. All right. Love you too, mate. You guys take care, everyone. Michael. Oh, Michael checked in. Thank you. Good to see you. I just shut the live feed down. Thanks a lot, Michael, for coming in. We'll catch you tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Eric says, lot. Good advice. Lot. I'm not sure. Question lot. You guys give me anxiety with this. Don't be anxiety over this. Just enjoy your life, Luke. Everything is easy. Everyone's always there to help you, and everything is easy when it comes to the Philippines. Don't worry. We'll be holding your hand when you go through the airport, okay? You just call me. Hey, Mike, I'm standing in immigration. Okay. We'll help you get through it all. Don't worry, buddy. Yeah, your American driver's license, any driver's license from a foreign country is good for 90 days here, guys.
But where's the alcohol?
It's in a pink bottle.
Not
Check the bedroom.
In the bedroom? Not in the bedroom.
Use my,
Alcohol.
yeah, use my spray.
Perfume.
Yeah, it's alcohol.
Yeah.
Alcohol based.
There is alcohol in perfume.
Yeah,
If you read
so
the instructions.
your driver's license is good for 90 days, guys. You don't have to worry too much about that. And if you're not really driving, it's not a big deal. You know, it's good for 90 days. There's no rush to get a Philippine driver's license unless you absolutely feel like you have to drive, because public transportation around the Philippines is awesome. It's awesome, guys. Michael, thank you for the golden poo-poo. Thank you. But your driver's license is good for 90 days, okay, whether it be Australian, England, USA, Canada, wherever you're from. Doesn't matter. Whatever country you're from, 90 days, your license is good. They know that. Just don't be in one place and get too familiar with people. They know you, and all of a sudden, they know you didn't get a license and 90 days have gone by and they stop you just to check you, you know. So, and some places have more checkpoints than others. All right, I hit them all the time on Spotty Island. So anyway, guys, love you much. God bless you guys. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.